Hey rock fans! Close your eyes for a second and imagine those thunderous bass lines that shook stadiums around the world. The deep groove behind anthems like Wind of Change and No One Like You. That unmistakable pulse that carried Scorpions through their most legendary years. That sound belonged to Francis Buchholz. Today, the rock world is heavy. Reports emerging from the family and close circles say Francis Buchholz has passed away at the age of 71 after a private battle with cancer. If true, this is not just another loss. It's the quiet goodbye of a man who helped define hard rock's golden era. Stay with us as we look back at his journey, his music, and why his legacy still echoes across generations. Born Franz Buchholz on February 19, 1954, in Hanover, West Germany, Francis grew up in a city rebuilding itself after the war, buzzing with energy, ambition, and music. His household was musical, and like many teens of the time, he was swept up by the Beatles, British rock, and the rising krautrock scene. He picked up the bass early and never put it down. By the early 1970s, Francis was already gigging locally, developing a style that was deep, steady, and powerful without ever trying to steal the spotlight. That balance would become his trademark. In 1973, fate knocked. Scorpions, already gaining momentum in Germany, needed a bassist after the departure of Lothar Heimberg. Francis auditioned at just 19 years old and nailed it. Almost overnight, he found himself alongside Klaus Meine, Rudolf Schenker, Michael Schenker, and Uli Jon Roth. A classic lineup was born and rock history shifted. From the start, Francis's bass was never just background noise, it was the backbone. From Fly to the Rainbow in 1974 through Crazy World in 1990, he played on 9 studio albums, the band's most iconic run. Albums like Lovedrive brought a sleeker, harder sound. Animal Magnetism pushed raw intensity. Then came Blackout in 1982, recorded while Klaus Meine was recovering from vocal surgery. Against all odds, it became a massive success, powered by tracks like No One Like You, driven forward by Francis's relentless bass lines. And then Love at First Sting, Rock You Like a Hurricane, Still Loving You. Songs that didn't just chart, they became part of people's lives. Stadium tours followed, MTV rotation, global domination. From American arenas to historic shows behind the Iron Curtain, Francis was the steady force holding it all together while chaos swirled around the band. But every era ends. After the release of Crazy World and the global success of Wind of Change, Francis left Scorpions in 1992 amid reported business disagreements. There was no public drama, no bitterness, just the quiet closing of a defining chapter. Instead of disappearing, Francis evolved. He moved into band management, explored audio technology, and later returned to the stage in 2012 with Michael Schenker's Temple of Rock. The chemistry was immediate. Albums like Bridge the Gap proved he still had it. The groove, the discipline, the fire. He collaborated with familiar names like Doogie White and Herman Rarabelle, reminding fans that true musicians never really retire. They just change lanes. Behind the scenes, however, Francis lived privately. Reports say he faced cancer quietly, away from cameras and headlines. His family later shared that he passed peacefully, surrounded by love. No spectacle, no noise, just dignity. Tributes began pouring in. Fellow musicians remembered him as the glue of the Scorpions sound. Fans flooded social media with memories of first concerts, road trips, and nights when his bass made everything feel larger than life. Francis Buchholz helped Scorpions sell more than 100 million albums worldwide. He helped carry German rock onto the global stage. For many of us, especially those over 45, his music is the soundtrack to youth, rebellion, love, and freedom. In interviews, Francis once said that music was about connection, not ego. And that's exactly how he played. Always serving the song, always lifting the band. So tonight, if you feel like honoring a legend, turn up Still Loving You, or Big City Nights, or Wind of Change. Let that bass line remind you of who you were when you first heard it. Drop your favorite Scorpions memory in the comments. Share this with someone who still knows every lyric. And subscribe to Explained Daily for more stories about the legends who shaped our lives. Rest in power, Francis Buchholz. The sting lives on.